Hi, and welcome back to Damn Parenting, your English speaking parenting podcast from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And as always, we are your hosts, Eva and
Maren.
today we are at episode 17. And we are now we are halfway through this project, I guess, is the only way we're actually going to be able to call it. And the reason we're actually doing today's episode is because we've had quite a lot of questions when we've met people or through our Instagram. And the question is always the same. Why are you doing this? So Maren, why are you doing this?
Why are we doing this? I am doing this because I was very surprised to hear from you, who is a member of numerous WhatsApp and Facebook groups. And you told me throughout the last year the questions that have popped up within these groups. And I was astonished and very surprised that it's the same questions over and over again. And not just within the last year, but it is the same questions that I had in 2020 when I was pregnant and giving birth and becoming a mother. And I thought, shouldn't this information be out there somewhere already collected? Shouldn't there be one point of information by this stage? And I was very surprised there about that it wasn't the case. So I thought, this is not helping anyone. Like this information all over the place and also opinions all over the place and a lot of misinformation all over the place and a lot of things that were brought from or aspects and insights from very different countries and systems that people were coming from, and then trying to kind of embed it or push it within the Dutch system that we're in. So that was something that I was very, surprised about. And I thought, this should not be like that. Or how can I help anyone out there to organize this whole mess a little better? And I thought, what is the best digestible way to get information as a parent? And for me, it is listening to something while I can do all the other tasks that I have to do. And I thought, I love podcasts. Let's look at the idea of gathering all the questions, contact professionals, address the questions with them, and build up a library of knowledge and information and content that is going to be helpful to expats arriving here in the Dutch system, becoming parents, being pregnant. So they have one source that is curated and filled with expert information, and they can take it from there. And that was my driver behind this whole project. I thought, you know what? I have time on my hands right now. I have the capacity. And I also have the network of people by now that I can contact and I trust their information and their knowledge that I can do this work for the community.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just both of our reasons. At the end of the day, it's really hard to find an answer sometimes. And it's also sometimes you end up on a website, it's only in Dutch and you Google Chrome translate it. And it's kind of like, how can we just make this easy? And there's also some changes that happen. And, it's a delicate experience and no one should be armed with incorrect experience or opinions or facts, or as you say, coming from different cultures and countries with different systems. This is basically what we've done. And as you notice, the last, more or less 16 episodes have actually just been about the pregnancy aspect, where, the first 8 episodes were focused primarily on the first trimester. And the last, we've gone through the verloskundige, the kraamzorger, the doula, and the gynecologist as well. We wanted to lay the foundation so that anyone could tap in at any time and be able to go to whatever topic they were looking at. So we've accomplished a lot already, and we're super proud of the quality of people we've actually been interviewing as well. In the new year, we're actually going to be bringing in very different topics. It's not going to all be pregnancy, trust me. It's going to be birthing. It's going to be about parenthood in general and different aspects of it. So we really are hoping we'll be able to start reaching a wider audience of people who are actually in those moments as well. And so we're going to start broadening out our listenership as well. But now we are actually here because it's actually time for you, our listeners, to play a crucial role in helping us with this initiative of ours, as we started this in Well, really, we only started officially, I guess, in September, halfway through September. And we really put our heart on the line to kind of say, okay, we've got 6 weeks to get everything done as much as possible to really launch this. And we agreed that Damn Parenting would be a 6 month project. It was basically to kind of check in with the community and to kind of see, is this collective effort making a tangible impact with everyone here?
And
Are
is this
you
something that you want, that you are using and that you find useful, that you think this is a good thing to have and a good thing to share and a good thing to build up? And yeah, we rely on your feedback, and we also rely, of course, on your support.
Yeah, and we have really an amazing amount of support from some very key people in our community. I have to say, I'm so proud to know them and to have interviewed some of them and will be interviewing some of them as well. And they show their support through sharing, through liking, through telling their colleagues, their clients, their peers. And we really see that. We feel that, and we greatly appreciate it. But now we're going to call out
Yeah.
to you, the
Yeah.
incredible listeners. The
Yeah.
reason we're actually doing this is not for the service providers. It's not for people who are part of your journey. We're actually doing this for you, for your journey in pregnancy, in birth, and in parenthood.
Trying to do now with the next 3 months is that we want to try to shift the attention from the professionals, and we of course still want to maintain all the support and the visibility that we get through them, but we also need to shift the way to the support from the audience and the support from the community, because this is what we need and this is how we grow and this is how we can keep this going if we feel the community perceives this as something useful and the community is sharing it, and you, the people, are including us in your conversation with your friends, with your groups, with your village, because it is a different feeling if a friend recommends something to you than someone who has a business or a service providing you information. It does have a different connotation to it. So what we really wanted to ask and make sure is that we are able to hit the mark with the community, that you, the listeners, have the feeling, oh, yes, let me share this with someone. Or if I see questions popping up in my groups, like, this is an episode that I can recommend. So this is the tricky part that or like the pathway that we're at now, is that we have gained all the attention and support and backup from the professional community. And now we need the same weight on the listener, on the community. So this is really where we're at right now. And we have another 3 months to go with more broader topics, like Eva already said, where we will go into parenthood, motherhood, mental load, everyday tasks, toddlerhood, all these kind of things. And hopefully that will hit a string and hit a mark and attention with the community. So you really see that this is something that is useful for your friends and for the people that support you throughout this journey.
Yeah, and your engagement amplifies our message and extends our reach. So we're able to touch more people, in different aspects of their life, be it in the mental health aspect, be it in just facts from the professionals, whatever it is. This is going to be down to you to help us continue on this mission. We are going to be launching the Damn Chat series starting next month in January 2024. And that's basically going to be you sitting in a coffee shop with your little one, having a coffee and over listening the next table, and myself and Maren basically talking about whatever topic comes up, be it, having to have deconstructed dinner for our child to be able to eat, or for how to manage sleeping with a child who's sick, or, my day of feeling guilt. And how are we meant to manage this? Why are we feeling this way? Is this in evolution? Is this not in evolution? Why is this still around in this day and age? This is kind of the chats that we'll be having. So it's not part of the episodes we've been having with experts. This is an additional, because we're here, we're going through the same journey as you. We all have different experiences, but at the end of the day, being a parent is very hard.
And we thought that we've heard already in so many episodes that it's so helpful if we talk about stuff. So we thought, let's just talk about our daily struggles so you can hear you're not alone and you can hear it from us who are in the same boat as you. And you can just have the peace of mind that, all right, someone else is going through the same shit and someone else is struggling with the same stuff, and I'm not alone. And this is the feeling that we want to carry with these damn chats is another platform and another opportunity for you to have peace of mind that A, you're not alone in it, and B, it will pass. So
And
you can
also,
either, yeah,
also, it's a
you
case
can,
of if you want to have a topic you want to get online with us and have
yeah,
a chat about, do. If there's something that you're kind of like, hey, this is killing me. How do I come up with the next meal? Why am I feeding my child the same 4 meals in a week? And like, let's just bash it out. And these are all topics that are relevant to someone else out there. And so hearing someone talk about it will hopefully make that person, if it's just even one, not feel not so alone and tired.
yeah. Yeah. And guilty. Guilt is such a big feeling that we go through in parenthood. And if we can make someone out there feel less shitty and less guilty about a phase or a decision or something that they wish they had done and but didn't, then you can hear from us that we're not perfect either. And it's not about perfection. It's about keeping your sanity and getting through and making sure that everyone in your village is okay.
So, as we're embarking now into the second half of this damn parenting journey, we're filled with gratitude for everyone's continuous support, for everyone who's been part of this podcast, for our own husbands, our children, probably our therapists for having to keep going to them. Together, like we can really create something really special for this community of international families like us who are living here in the Netherlands without our own family and friends, our close network that we truly relied on as we grew up or back wherever we're from. We're all here. And so we are part of this community together. So what we are asking for is please to share, follow, like, hit that subscribe button on YouTube if that's how you want to listen to us, and help us make these next 3 months even more impactful. Be it through
we're ready to fly, but you're the wind. Like we're ready to take off, but now we need your kickstart and your wind under our wing to keep flying and to keep, bringing the information to you.
Yeah. So we want to thank you for being an integral part of this adventure. But we want to make this project extraordinary. We want to continue bringing in the experts. We want to have these damn chats. Next one, probably next week, if you're listening to this as it comes out. But we're super excited. And we're so happy to have already fulfilled quite a lot of questions that are still out there and will still come out there. And we really hope that those episodes are still going to be able to help anyone else who's going to listen to this. But for right now, we have 3 months to go on this project, but actually the fact is we have over 4 years of content that we've already written up because there's so many questions out there. The same comes up over and over again. So we really have a lot of plans for the future, but honestly, right now we only have 3 months left on this, so we can reevaluate to see, is this of value? Is this really hitting the ears of those who really need it? And if this is going to be something that is going to be seen as a very valuable source for our international community.
Amen. So now you know what to do.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to really address this because we're doing this out of our hearts and we're doing this for you and for us, but mostly for you. We just wanted to make sure everyone knows that and knows our intention and knows that we're trying to give back and trying to include you, but only if you want to, right? So with that, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
No, I think for now, I think it's just going to be a case of enjoy yourselves whatever you're up to. If you're listening right now over the Christmas period. Otherwise, next week, we've got a great episode coming up, which is the start of a brand new series. We'll also have damn chats coming out as well. Lots of topics. And I mean, honestly, I think the topic of mom guilt is already a series of its own that we'll be talking about week after week after week. What were you guilty of now? And we really hope that this is going to resonate with you. And as Maren said, we are part of your community, and these are voices we want you to hear. Whoever we're interviewing, whoever's going to come on our damn chats, we want you to know, we see you, we are you, or we have been in your position, and you're not alone.
Well, till then, get safely into the next year, into the next day, into the next chapter, and we will hear you on the next episode.
2024.